Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy J Lou. And you guys are just in time for a brand new video. In this video, what I'm gonna be showing you guys, I've been growing my hair for the last 10 weeks. Yes, 10 weeks. But in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how I cut my hair against the grain. You know, like I told you guys before, I've been dropping hints that I've been doing against the grain haircut since I messed up the first time. So we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna jump straight into it. The tools that I'm gonna be using today is a tool structure wide tooth comb to help detangle my hair. I'll be using a wave enforcer 544 just to brush my hair down and everything like that. And then the clippers I'm gonna be using, my Andes Masters, you know what I'm saying? Before I jump these things off, I'm gonna take my do-rag off and kind of talk to y'all real quick. So when it comes to cutting wavers' heads, one thing I feel like I can say, not a lot of people have 720 waves, you know, and it's just like, I've been noticing that there's been more so a trend nowadays where people are getting 720 waves. So I wanted to make this video for people who either cut their own hair or who go to the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? And they're kind of scared that the barber's gonna mess up their waves, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to cutting waves are not easy to cut, but then when you got waves like this, they definitely not easy. You know what I'm saying? So this is fresh out the rag, 6 months from a scalp. Boy, my waves is sitting sideways. You know what I'm saying? When you got waves like this, they're definitely not easy to cut. So, but yeah, man, it's your boy J Lou. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, and I always do, yesterday I washed my hair, you know what I'm saying? I just basically shampooed it just to get any kind of products out of my hair, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go to the barbershop with products in your hair. And then I always comb my hair out before I go. Let me just show y'all how thick this wolf is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing I love about waves, is that like you can learn how to train your hair to lay down at very long lengths. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Just from the front, you can kind of see like how laid my hair is on the side versus how long it is at the top. You know? Even got waves when I pick it out. That's how trained my hair is. And this is the longest woof that I've ever gone on with this pattern. I wanted to test myself and push my hair to the limit just to try to train it out. But man, look at that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. When I cut against the grain, what I always do is just comb my hair out. You know, so I'm gonna just comb the rest of it out. And we'll get into it. So bam! Looking like Don King, man. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? This is a wolf right here. Yeah, so whenever you cut against the grain, what you want to do is comb your hair against the grain with a wide tooth comb. A wide tooth comb will help detangle your hair easier. It won't put too much stress or strain on your hair, and it lifts your hair up off of your head. So when you cut with the clippers, it can cut a more even cut. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not gonna keep it against the grain. What I'm gonna do, I just combed it out. So now I'm about to just comb it back down. Alright, so once you comb it, as you can see, my hair is a lot more lifted up off of my scalp, you know what I'm saying? But you want to comb it back with the flow of your pattern just so you can be able to see your pattern, you know? So when it comes to cutting, what you want to do is take your clippers. Before I start cutting, I always take my Andes Cool Care. You can get this anywhere off of Sally's or whatever. But yeah, so what you want to do is take the Andes Cool Care, turn your blades on, and then just hit them a little bit on both sides. And what that does is it helps lubricate the blades, you know what I'm saying, so you can get a more even, thorough cut. And then what I do is I just wipe off the excess oil. I just simply pat dry it, you know. All right, man, now it's time to cut. So when I first start off, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna go closed. I'm gonna take the 6 guard right here. So when you're cutting 720s, you wanna cut against the flow of your pattern. You know what I'm saying? That's what against the grain means for 720 waves. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be basically cutting the opposite way that I brush, or the opposite direction that my swirl goes in. All right, so I started off cutting a 6 on one side just to see how it'll look. I'm gonna take my brush and just brush my waves down. I feel like I can go lower. All right, so what I'm about to do right now, I already cut one side of my hair just to see what the length would look like. I'm gonna use the number 5, and I'm gonna go against the grain with the number 5 and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? What that equals out to be is a 2.5 with the grain, you know? When I go lower, I always start with the thickest part of my hair. So I'm gonna start with the back. Wave's still in there, you know what I'm saying? So let's jump straight into the whole full cut. It's your boy J. Lou. What I'm gonna do is take my glasses off. Got my edges cut down, put my glasses back on right quick. Try to start cutting off my sides just so I can take my glasses off and then see again. So normally when I cut my hair, I always do at least 2 passes. So I'm gonna do the second one. Alright, so I'm not gonna keep this video extra long. I'm not gonna include how I did my edge up and everything like that. If you want to see that, I did a very brief how to trim against the grain as well as give yourself a lineup and trim, you know what I'm saying? I really don't like doing lineups on video because it's very hard for me to try to get the right angle for the camera as well as look in the mirror to do it, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, let me just give you guys some pointers once again. So when I was cutting, it's easier to cut against the grain with swirls because all you have to do is go against the flow of your swirl.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm feeling this cut. I'm feeling this cut. I'm feeling this cut. You know what I'm saying? That mug is looking like hot fire. You know, another thing that you can also do with against the grain, I really didn't touch my crown too much. But one reason why I like cutting against the grain is because if I wanted to, I could just cut into my crown. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm about to give myself a lineup. I'm about to trim myself up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Touch up the beard and everything. And then I'm gonna come back and show you guys the finished look. Alright, so I'm back. I just gave myself a trim. And I also did like a freehand trim on some of the sides of my head. I noticed on my left side, my hair just tend to stick up a little bit more just because of the way I'm brushing or whatever. So I had to try to freehand trim that down just to make it look decent, you know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me what y'all think about the cut. I don't think I'm gonna go 10 weeks again just because that was a struggle. But I'm looking at my ways and I'm looking at how everything turned out. And I'm liking the results, man. When I first started cutting, shoot, man, my hair was looking dry as I don't know what. But underneath that wolf, man, look at that. I might still have to do a taper in the back. I haven't did that yet, but yeah, man. It's your boy, J. Lou. Yeah, man, I feel like this cut came out fire, you know what I'm saying? I've always been doing against the grain trims, like I said, since the first time I messed up cutting with the grain. I've noticed that my results have came back better, you know? Before, like if you take a look at my first video, oh man, sides is gone. And then on my right side, you can see the same thing. It's like I've always had trouble making this look even, you know what I'm saying? But that's what an against the grain haircut will do. It'll keep your hair even. It'll make your results look way better. It'll give you just that, I don't know, man. I just prefer doing against the grain cuts. They're really beneficial for swirls, but at the end of the day, no matter what kind of pattern you have, an against the grain cut, in my opinion, is very clutch, you know what I'm saying? What you could always do is do against the grain and then follow it up with the grain. But when you go with the grain, you don't have to like basically press the clippers into your scalp. You can just basically lightly graze over your hair if you want to follow up with the grain. But yeah, man, for me, I'm done. I'm about to get dressed and everything like that. I gotta head out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have the courage to try to cut your hair against the grain. Or if you have a barber, you know what I'm saying, they keep cutting low spots in your head or whatever, man, show them this video, you know what I'm saying? Tell them, hey, cut my hair like this dude cut his hair against the grain, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that my hair stays even and full, because at the end of the day, a barber may be licensed, but your hair is unique, your hair is different. You may have thin areas in your hair, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to go to the barbershop and then they don't know that, but in their mind they're thinking that, oh, I'm a barber, I know how to cut, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's your boy J. Lou. I made this video right here. This is my most recent video that I made for you guys. And then right here is a video that I feel is best suited for you. You can watch either of these videos. But yeah, man, I hope y'all have a great day. Salute!